Hi guys, how are we? Welcome to another monthly reset. If you don't know, my name's Chloe and I do these videos every month where I pretty much just do a little reset, kind of reset my life, make sure everything's on track. So in today's video, I am going to be washing my sheets, changing them over, going to be cleaning and reorganizing a little bit in my room because it's gotten a bit messy. We're going to do my finances, we are going to do my TBR and what I read this month. I'm trying to think what else we can do. I want to say that's it, but who knows? Oh, we're also going to be bullet journaling. I'm sure I'll think of other things as we go on. But first things first, let's change my bed. While that's washing, I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up around the house because it's a bit messy. So now that's all clean, I think I am going to fix the mattress protector and then just chuck all my usual things on my bed. Then I'm going to clean my room up a bit and start reorganizing my room. That's done. So my room is now clean. I think I might vacuum as well. I think now I'm going to wipe down my surfaces and tell me why I want to reorganize my bookshelf. Tell me why. But we're not going to do that. Recently I've been loving Olivia Rodrigo's new album Guts. Been loving it. I love all the songs of that. The only one I really don't vibe with is Lacy, but let's move on to the next thing. So now that I've cleaned my room, dusted it, kind of reorganized, I'm feeling a little bit fresher, feeling like my mind is a little bit less decluttered. So it is time to kind of organize my month, do my little monthly, you know, I don't know. Anyway, so I have my little planner here and I'm going to write all my assignments and everything that's due this month, everything I got planned. I also am going to write my video ideas and everything as well, and then also do it on my computer. I'm gonna go with the basin. I've already done the spread for September. If you don't know, I do a little bullet journal. So this is the Amanda Rach Lee journal. It's for 2023 and pretty much it is a bullet journal that you can just color in. So this is October's. It's a book theme, which I love, and it's kind of fitting. And then this is the, I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm gonna color this. If I'm gonna make it colorful or cozy, or I'm I'm just so excited. Then we'll do some goal setting, my vision board, finances, and I think that's it. Okay, so I finished colouring in my bullet journal and I'm so happy with it. Like, I decided to go for like a blue-green theme. So that's that one. Then we have this. And then we have this. And then the spread is like so. I love it. It's so pretty. While we're here, I thought we'd talk about some goals because, you know, there's a little section in here to write my goals for the month. And I felt like last month I had too many goals. Like, I was trying to do too much. And I burnt out real fast, real quick. So, I only have 2 goals for this month, which is to finish my TBR because I have 31 books to read. So that's my goal for this month, is to try and finish it. I don't think I will. And then my second goal is to finish all my assignments for uni, which I'm going to do anyway. And overall, I guess I have 3 goals. So finish my TBR, finish all my uni assignments and get that all done. Like, try and get that all done. Preferably this week, but I don't think I will. And then overall, just be healthier because I felt like I've been in a little bit of a slump, haven't really been, I don't know, I just feel like I've been in a rut and I've been very burnt out. So this week I'm going to try and smash out a lot of things and get on top and stay on top of my shit. That's the overall general consensus, is to stay on top of my shit. So those are my goals for the month. I'm going to write them down in my journal right now. Let's talk about my TBR. Go into Goodreads. I haven't really been good at logging my books on Goodreads this month. Or did I just literally not? Oh, I just literally didn't. Cool. So the first book I read was The Hunger Games, and if you haven't watched that video, it's on my channel. So my dad currently has the first book because he started reading it, but I read The Hunger Games, Mockingjay, and Catching Fire. I read The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, then Mockingjay. I rated The Hunger Games 4 stars, Catching Fire 4 stars, and then Mockingjay 3.5 stars, or 3 stars. Then I read How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories. I gave this 3 stars. This is pretty much a part of the Folk of the Air trilogy by Holly Black, and I felt this was beautiful. Like, the illustrations are so beautiful in this book. Like, I can't actually explain it. And I felt like this was a really good accompaniment, I don't know how to say the word, but accompaniment to the trilogy. And it really helped me understand his perspective of how things unfolded, how he became who he is. And then I read another part of the Folk of the Air trilogy, another like story, I guess. And it was The Stolen Heir by Holly Black, obviously, by Holly Black. I think I gave this 2.5 stars. I really didn't enjoy this as much as I thought I would. I felt like the story dragged a lot and then it kind of wrapped up really quickly and it didn't make sense in the end. And then it was just like, oh, what? And it just, I don't know, I didn't really like it. Then I read The Midnight Library by Matt Haig, and I was pleasantly surprised by this book. This book is a literary fiction and it kind of follows the story of Nora. And Nora basically kills herself. That's not a spoiler because that's the whole premise of this book. But basically, after doing so, she finds herself trapped in this library of sort, and she gets to live out different lives. So like change different regrets that she had. Like, for example, she regrets that she didn't continue with her swimming. And so then she goes and experiences a life where she pursued her swimming and didn't quit swimming. And it was really, I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4 stars. I thought it was so, it like changed my perspective on a lot of things and made me think about life just in a different way because, I don't know, it was so good. I highly recommend this one. And then I think I read These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is basically a Romeo and Juliet retelling over the span of the 2 books. So it's not just the one book, it's both of the books. And it basically follows the main character, Juliet Kai, and also her rival, Roma Montagov. and it's pretty much all about gangs, and it's set in 1926, kind of around when I want to say it was when the Civil War that occurred in Shanghai, and so it's kind of based around the war and how that all intertwined. I don't know, it was really fascinating because I wasn't really sure if I would enjoy it because of the historical kind of, I thought it'd be more historical, but like I felt I learnt a lot about the Civil War that happened and how that all the politics around it, and I really enjoyed also the retelling and how that was done and the overall mystery about everything, and I just really enjoyed it. So I gave this one 4.25 stars, and then I gave this one 4 stars. And then I started reading Throne of Glass. Now I am making a video of me reading Throne of Glass, so you'll see that coming up soon, but I only got through the first 4 books. So first I read Throne of Glass. This is this series by Sarah J Maas. It's basically, I think it's YA, could be incredibly wrong, but it basically follows this girl named Selena, and she is the world's greatest assassin, and she basically is summoned to play in these games for the king and become the king's assassin. So she had this massive reputation, and basically the king's son comes and recruits her, and then she's versus all these other assassins, and I don't want to say too much because it will spoil the whole thing, but I really enjoyed this. I gave this 4.5 stars. I thought this was a great first book. It made me so intrigued. I really enjoyed it. And then I read Crown of Midnight, which is the next book, and obviously I am not going to say what the next couple books are about because it will kind of spoil the whole series, but I think I gave this 4 stars as well. I still enjoyed this, and the mystery and everything about it, it just kept me on my toes. It kept me on my toes. I was not expecting it. And then I read Heir of Fire, and this book really was like, I'm pretty sure the ending of Crown of Midnight like shocked me to my core, and I wasn't expecting it, even though I should have, but I wasn't. And then this one, I think I gave 3.5 stars because it wasn't as good as the other ones, but I still really enjoyed it. And then I read the next one, which is The Assassin's Blade. Now this one is supposed to be the prequel to the Throne of Glass. I think now that I've read it, I would have read it first, but it was cool to read it after Heir of Fire and see how all the different things interconnect. It's basically 5 little novellas, and it's all in one book, and then it just kind of explains who she is and how she came to be. It was really cool to see how those all connected the dots, and I guess I'll see if it spoils anything. I think that was all the books that I read this month. I could be missing some because, again, I was stupid and didn't put it in my Goodreads. But in terms of my TBR for next month, there is a couple of books on there. So first of all, I want to finish the rest of the Throne of Glass series. There's 4 books left. So it's Queen of Shadows, which is the next book I have to read. Then there's a tandem read of Empire Storm and Tower of Dawn. And then obviously Kingdom of Ash. As mentioned, I want to try and finish my TBR. I don't think that's going to happen. So I also, you would have seen me, but I put all my TBR books on this shelf. So I do want to try and finish as much books as I can in my TBR. I don't think I'll read Twilight this month just because I don't think I'll get to it, because it's so, like, why is it so big? 756 pages. Like, is it ever this serious? So I don't think I'll get to it this month, but I do want to make a dent in the rest of them. So I really want to start the Magnolia Parks series. Let me know if you want a video of me reading these or not. I know they're very popular, but let me know if you want me to do a reading vlog of those. Then I want to try and finish some of the books I've got halfway through, so I want to try and finish tomorrow. And then the same for We Were Liars. I did start reading it and then I kind of skimmed through it, but I want to properly read it because this is one of my friend's favorites books like ever. Then I've got some more literary fiction that I have to read. So we've got Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis, Daisy Jones and the Six, and then Carrie Soto by Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I've got some more literary fictions. I just haven't been in the mood to read literary fiction recently, so that's why there's so many on my list. We also have the Divergent series, which I will be doing a reading vlog about, so stay tuned for that. And then we have The First to Die at the End by Adam Silvera. I did read They Both Die at the End when I first got into reading last year, and I DNF'd this book. I didn't like it, wasn't vibing it. So I want to try and give it a go again. I want to try and read, because this is the first book. I'm going to try and give this a go, and if I enjoy it then I'll read this, but if not, that's what it is. And then we have The Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black. This is again another accompaniment to the Folk of the Air trilogy. It's 3 different books in this one. Then I want to read As Good as Dead, finish this series, because this has been on my TBR since last year. And I just haven't been in the mood to read it, and I've read a lot of spoilers, but I've kind of forgotten about the spoilers. So hopefully I can read this. And then finally, if you thought I wasn't done talking, I want to read the Me Before You series. So it's Me Before You, After You, and Still Me. So that's it. That's my TBR. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot, and we'll see how far I get. Okay guys, it's obviously a bit later. I just had a 21st. I'm about to go tan. But I thought that I should do my finances for the month. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how I have gone. Guys, I have great news. So, obviously I've been doing my finances for the last hour. I also had to fix up my August finances because I didn't end up finishing them last month because I was busy. So we just did my September one, and in September I spent the least amount of money this whole year. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, I already talked about my goals for the month. One of that being finishing my TBR, staying on top of uni, and then also just getting my shit together. It's time to do a vision board. Now I'm thinking something simple this month. Like, I feel like with the vision boards, it's kind of like I'm looking at it, but like I'm not really looking at it. You know what I mean? This is the end photo, the end product. If you do want to see all the pins that I save, my Pinterest is Chloe Jade 555. I think this brings us to the end of today's video. I think I've done everything. I did want to clean my car, but I can't be bothered right now. But I will get to that at some point. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. And I promise I will be back on my YouTube grind. I kind of was in this massive slump this past month, and I wasn't feeling very inspired. I like kind of felt like I was in a creative slump as well, and very drained. Thanks again, and I will see you in my next video. Do I know what that's gonna be? No, but I've got ideas. I have ideas. Okay, bye.